Hello, Chaz Marler from Pair of Dice Paradise here, continuing the conversation that we started last time about errors in board game packaging and documentation, the impact it can have on the user experience, and what, if anything, can be done to prevent these types of issues from happening in the first place. Well, last time we took a look at several typographical and grammatical errors that found their way into several recent games, which inevitably raised the question, so what? Every form of entertainment makes mistakes. Movies have continuity errors, comics are continually retconned, and skywriting is consistently illegible. So, what makes board games so special? Well, the reason why I believe errors and inconsistencies have a greater impact on the enjoyment and usability of board games as opposed to other forms of entertainment has to do with just how much damage our brains can deal with. For example, forms of passive storytelling entertainment, such as movies, books, and comics, take advantage of the fact that your brain is wired to fill in the gaps in the storytelling. That's why scene changes, chapter breaks, and spaces between comic panels work. In each one of these transitions, your brain is able to logically deduce what information is missing and fill in those gaps on its own, creating a continuity to the experience. Your brain is constantly stitching together these separate fragments to create comprehensive narratives, whether that fragmentation is intentional, as in the case of scene changes, or accidental, as in the case of a continuity error. But unlike those other entertainment mediums, board game players are active participants in the narrative that a board game tells. If there's an error in a game's rules or documentation, it disrupts that narrative far greater because the player's brain is not just observing, it is participating, controlling the player's journey through the story. Try skipping a chapter in a DVD that you're watching. You can probably still follow the story, even though your brain has to assume, oh, hey, wait a minute, there's something here that happened that I missed. Well, I'll just kind of logically fill in the gaps. But try skipping a page in a game's rulebook, and you likely won't be able to play the game because your brain won't be able to devise a substitute for the missing information that works well enough to allow you to participate in its narrative. So, if these types of errors are so detrimental to the enjoyability, even usability of a board game product, then why do they keep happening? Well, next time, we'll discuss the most common causes of board game design errors and see if there's any way to prevent them from ever happening again. Forms of passive storytelling entertainment, such as movies, books, and comics, that's entertainment.